Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy Goku. Get ready to have your minds blown because we're about to dive into a country with over 1 billion people, crazy delicious food, and a history that goes back like, forever. China, home to the Great Wall, pandas, and some of the world's most advanced tech. But what if I told you there are secrets about this country that will blow your mind? We're talking about a place where you can walk through a perfect replica of Paris, without a single Parisian in sight. A place where ancient martial arts are still practiced like it's nobody's business. And yeah, we're gonna talk about that rumor about the Great Wall of China. You know the one. So buckle up, smash that like button to unlock Super Saiyan strength, and get ready for 5 shocking secrets China doesn't want you to know. Alright guys, picture this. You're strolling down a charming Parisian street, the kind you see in movies, with cobblestones under your feet and a gentle breeze carrying the scent of fresh pastries. The buildings around you are straight out of a postcard, with ornate facades and those classic French windows. For a moment, you could swear you're in the heart of France. Croissants practically falling into your hands, the aroma of buttery pastries and strong coffee filling the air. There are outdoor cafes with tiny tables, and you can almost hear the clink of coffee cups and the soft chatter of people enjoying their morning. And then just ahead, the Eiffel Tower looms majestically in the distance, its iron latticework unmistakable, even if it's a little smaller than you remember from the postcards. Sounds pretty perfect, right? But what if I told you this isn't Paris at all? Nope, you're actually in Tianducheng, China, a place that's gone all in on recreating the magic of Paris. We're talking a full-scale replica, complete with its own Champs-Élysées, grand boulevards, and a scaled-down Eiffel Tower that would make Gustave Eiffel do a double-take. I'm talking identical architecture, those cute little balconies overflowing with flowers, and even those iconic green lampposts that line the streets. Every detail is meticulously crafted to mimic the real Paris, right down to the street signs and the ornate ironwork. It's like someone took a giant Xerox machine, hit copy-paste on the City of Lights, and dropped it right in the middle of China. The similarities are so uncanny, you might have to pinch yourself to remember where you really are. But here's the catch. This place is practically a ghost town. Seriously, you can wander through these picture-perfect streets and only see a handful of people, if any at all. The silence is almost surreal. It's kinda creepy, kinda cool, and 100% weird. Imagine living next door to the Eiffel Tower, but instead of hearing the hum of a bustling city, it's just like crickets chirping and the occasional echo of your own footsteps. They even have a replica of the Palace of Versailles, and get this, it's actually bigger than the original. Can you imagine having that much space to yourself? It's like your own private royal estate, minus the crowds. It's like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie where everyone just vanished, but they left the baguettes behind. The cafes are set, the tables are ready, but the people, nowhere to be found. Some say it was built to give people a taste of European life without ever leaving China. Others claim it's a giant real estate investment that didn't quite go as planned, leaving behind empty apartments and unsold dreams. Whatever the reason, this ghost city stands as a testament to China's ambition, creativity, and sometimes its willingness to dream big, even if the dream doesn't always fill up with people. It's become a bizarre, must-see tourist attraction for the curious and the adventurous. I mean, can you imagine telling your friends you went to Paris, snapped a selfie with the Eiffel Tower, but you didn't even need a passport or a plane ticket? It's the ultimate travel hack, sort of. Seriously, this place is so strange and fascinating it's gotta be seen to be believed. It's like stepping into an alternate universe where Paris exists, but with a twist. So who's with me? Who wants to start a GoFundMe so we can all go explore this empty Parisian paradise together? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one adventure you'll want to tell everyone about. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic question that's stumped people for generations. What's the only man-made structure you can see from space? Take a second, think about it, and lock in your answer. If you confidently answered the Great Wall of China, you're definitely not alone. This is one of those facts that seems to pop up everywhere. Textbooks, trivia nights, even cartoons. But here's the twist. You've just fallen for one of the most widespread and persistent myths in the world. Don't worry, you're in good company. Most people have heard this one since they were kids. The truth is, as breathtaking and colossal as the Great Wall is, it's not actually visible from space with the naked eye. I know, it sounds unbelievable, right? I used to believe it too, until I started digging into the real story behind this myth. Even astronauts, people who literally live and work in space, have weighed in on this. With all their high-tech gear and billion-dollar views, you'd think spotting the wall would be easy. But nope, they've confirmed that from orbit, the wall is just too narrow, and its color blends in almost perfectly with the natural landscape around it. It's like searching for a single thread in a massive tapestry. Imagine trying to spot a single strand of spaghetti on a plate piled high with noodles, from across a giant banquet hall. Technically it's not impossible, but realistically, you'd have a better chance of finding a needle in a haystack. And it's not just the astronauts. NASA, the ultimate authority on all things space, has officially debunked this myth too. They've explained that while the wall can sometimes be picked out in high-resolution photos taken from low Earth orbit, it's not this bold, obvious line slicing across China. In fact, it's usually so faint that you'd need to know exactly where to look, and even then it's a challenge. So, how did this myth get started in the first place? Well, some historians trace it back to an English traveler in the 1700s. Long before rockets and satellites, he imagined that something as massive as the Great Wall simply had to be visible from the heavens. His guess was so compelling that it stuck around for centuries, passed down from generation to generation. And honestly, it's easy to see why people believed it. The Great Wall is a marvel of engineering, stretching over 13,000 miles, winding across mountains, deserts, and grasslands. It took hundreds of years and countless workers to build, and it's a symbol of human determination and creativity. So, while it might not be visible from space with the naked eye, don't let that take away from its legendary status. The Great Wall remains one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring landmarks on Earth. If you ever get the chance to visit, you'll see for yourself just how incredible it is up close. No spacesuit required. Just remember, if you ever find yourself blasting off into orbit, don't expect to spot the Great Wall out your window. But hey, you'll have plenty of other amazing sights to take in from up there. Alright, let's talk about something that's almost as valuable as winning one of my challenges. Yep, you guessed it, toilet paper. I know it sounds wild, but stick with me here because this story is about to get a whole lot crazier. But I'm not talking about your average 2-ply here. Forget the stuff you find in your local supermarket or the kind you hide from your roommates. We're talking about toilet paper that was so special it was basically a luxury item. We're going way, way back in time to ancient China, where toilet paper wasn't just for, the obvious. It was so precious, people were actually using it as, wait for it, currency! That's right, toilet paper was literally money. You heard that right, folks. Forget gold, silver, or even those shiny coins. Back then, in ancient China, you could actually pay your taxes with TP. Imagine showing up to the tax office with a stack of toilet paper rolls instead of a bag of coins. I know what you're thinking. Goku, you're totally messing with us, right? This has to be a joke. But nope, it's 100% true. And honestly, it's one of the wildest things I've ever heard. But I'm dead serious. During the Ming Dynasty, they had this whole system worked out. The government was super organized about it too. They even kept records of how much toilet paper was produced and distributed. They even had special government-issued toilet paper notes stamped with the emperor's seal. These weren't just any old scraps of paper, these were official, high-quality sheets, reserved for the elite and for, well, paying your dues. Can you imagine the counterfeiters back then, trying to fake toilet paper money? Talk about a crappy job. I mean, how do you even make a convincing fake roll? The pressure must have been intense. All of this was possible thanks to the invention of paper money in China. They were way ahead of their time, inventing not just paper for writing but also for spending, and apparently for wiping. See, before paper money, people had to use heavy copper coins. Imagine carrying a giant sack of coins just to buy some dumplings or a new robe. Not exactly convenient, right? So they switched to paper and one thing led to another and BAM! Toilet paper money was born. It was lighter, easier to carry, and let's be honest, way more versatile. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's hilarious to picture people walking around with wads of TP, haggling over prices and using it to buy everything from food to clothes. Can you imagine the arguments? Hey, that's not enough ply for a silk robe. Or, this sheet is too thin, I want a discount. Quality control must have been a nightmare. Or those awkward moments when you're short a few squares for your morning noodles. Talk about embarrassing. I bet people got creative with their negotiations. Thankfully, as time went on, they eventually switched to a more, shall we say, durable and less absorbent form of currency. Metal coins and later, modern banknotes took over, but hey, it makes for a great story, right? Next time you're swapping weird facts with your friends, you can drop this one and watch their jaws drop. So next time you're feeling flush with cash, just remember, it could always be weirder. You could be carrying around a roll of toilet paper as your life savings. History is full of surprises and sometimes it's just plain hilarious. Get ready to unleash your inner martial arts master, because we're about to enter a village straight out of a kung fu movie. Deep in the mountains of China lies Gangxidong Village, a place where practically everyone, from the youngest kid to the oldest grandma, is a martial arts expert. We're talking high-flying kicks, lightning-fast punches, and moves that would make Bruce Lee proud. This village has been practicing martial arts for centuries, passing down their skills from generation to generation. They take their kung fu seriously here, and it really shows. These guys aren't messing around with fancy gyms or equipment, they train in the great outdoors, using nature as their obstacle course. Imagine kids doing backflips off ancient stone walls, grandmas practicing their swordsmanship in rice paddies, And everyone, and I mean everyone, knowing how to disarm an opponent in about 5 different ways before breakfast. It's like stepping into a time capsule where the art of Kung Fu is alive and well. They even have this incredible tradition called Drunken Fist, where they incorporate the unpredictable movements of a drunkard into their fighting style. It's totally wild to watch, like a dance fight that's both graceful and hilarious at the same time. So if you're ever looking for a real-life Kung Fu adventure, Ganshidong Village is calling your name. Just be prepared to be schooled by a grandma with a bow staff. Alright guys, get ready for some serious X-Files vibes because we're about to dive into one of China's biggest mysteries, the underground city of Beijing. Buried deep beneath the bustling streets of China's capital lies a massive network of tunnels and bunkers, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. This isn't your average subway system, people. We're talking about an entire underground city, complete with living spaces, shops, even theaters. It's like something straight out of a Fallout game, but in real life. They started building this place back in the 1960s during the Cold War. You know, just in case things went sideways with the whole nuclear apocalypse thing. They wanted to make sure that, if the worst happened, at least some people could survive underground. They say it could house millions of people, with its own air filtration system, water supply, and enough supplies to last for months. It's like a giant underground survival bunker on a scale that's honestly hard to even imagine. But here's the thing, nobody really knows the full extent of this underground city. The Chinese government keeps it top secret, and only a few people have ever been allowed inside. Some say it's still being maintained, ready to go at a moment's notice. Others say it's been abandoned, left to gather dust and secrets in the darkness. Whatever the truth may be, one thing's for sure. The underground city of Beijing is a testament to human ingenuity and our constant need to prepare for the unknown. It's a reminder that even in the most modern cities, there are still mysteries hidden beneath the surface, just waiting to be uncovered. So, which fact shocked you the most? Was it the ghost city of Paris, the toilet paper money, or maybe the secret underground city? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you think your country has some wild secrets, I want to hear about those too. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more mind-blowing facts and crazy adventures. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Keep it real and stay Saiyan.